Everyone wants one and all, you're all welcome. Yeah, so at least I have a glass of water there. So we can just get started with the workshop for today. So let's go. So welcome one and all, welcome one and all. We're just waiting for others to join us. Just waiting for a few more to join us. Yeah, the WhatsApp group is open, so we're just waiting for them to join. But in the meantime, so the suggestion that I received, or the suggestion that I received, I'm gonna put this on silent. The suggestions, most of them that I received, was that they wanted a CV to update the CV. So as you can see on the link that I'm sharing in my bio as well as on the WhatsApp group, the CV that is my template is this one. This Cocta one is a government one, but this one is the one we're going to focus on. So we're going to open it, and there is the template for the CV. So thank you, Noctuda Koza, but I just removed a few things here just to protect your personal information. She's the one that you made, apart from the WhatsApp groups and comments, she actually went to the actual document and made the edits. So like, okay, so this is what we are now going to focus on in this workshop for today. We are going to update a CV. We're going to update the current CV template that we have. So let's go to the top. So the CV, obviously, it should say at the very top what the name of the document is. Everybody's supposed to know, oh, this document is a curriculum vitae. From knowing what is a curriculum vitae, we need now to know who's the owner of this document. See, that is where now you put in your full name. So let's just, so Noctula, I'm gonna send you your copy. I've already downloaded this one, so I will send you your copy via email. So just look out for that email that I'm gonna share with you. Okay. So we have the full names, and then so full names meaning what it is your name, first names and surname. But in some cases, some prefer to have a surname like this. They prefer their CV to have first names. Let me zoom in there so that everyone can now see what I'm talking about. Some prefer to have first name to be like this on the CV. Not necessarily sure what could be, but let's do how one way we can all agree on how to do the template. So it will be the first names. From the first names, we are then going to have the surname. From the surname, we are going to move. So let's move the gender up to here. The gender, the date of birth also moves up here. Alright. So I'm just making this in a way so that it is much easier to read, and it is from the suggestions that I received. Or no, Hopla template or which arena template to just change it a bit to be like this. And actually, while we're actually on this, I want to just speak about the font size, guys. Font size. Yo. Let me actually just let's speak about font sizes. So now I'm currently on what do you call this? Google Docs. So much like where Microsoft Word, there are these options. What is it? Font, okay. And then from font, there's also font size. Thank you. You're with me, right? So we have font and we have font size. So from these two, number three I want you to know about is spacing. There's something called spacing, paragraph spacing. Alright, so we have what? Font, font size, your font style, font size, and spacing. Right? We're gonna come back to that. So let's go back to the CV now. Let's go back where we're still at address. So from address, we then, some others prefer to put the phone number above the address and then email under the address. So here, when we say address, it could be for both physical, and poster. See, so this is what you can do. But if it is the same, you can then, or it is just address. But if you, then you can just put both. But now, in this case, I just say address so that it is easier. So now comes the other questions that people ask. Okay, what happens now when the employer is outside of my province or is very far away? In those cases, when the employer is very far away or is outside of the province, they would usually try to hire somebody local. It is in situations where they don't find somebody local, that is when now they would look outside of the province. That is when they would seek for somebody outside of, who can help. But what they always do is they try to find local. So if they can't find local, they try to find somebody outside of the province. So putting your address here is not a disadvantage, but actually it shows the employer that you are qualified for that position, and should they need somebody, you are willing to relocate. So this is where some people put this, willing to relocate. Yes. See, you put that there in the CV. We're willing to relocate. So what else do we have here? We have a number, email, nationality, disability. Okay. Let's see what we are missing. This is not necessary, but in some cases it is. So much like in a driver's license, you may need to mention whether you have a PDRP or not, and in some cases you may need to also inform them, like for data capturers, you need to have things like typing speed. You need to share things like that. Or, okay, my typing speed is such and such. No, so that is just the introduction. You're just telling them a little bit about yourself, the basics information that they should know, that okay, this person is either basically um, competent or compliant, and this is what they need. So after that, we now go to education. Now under education, you need to put it from the most recent to the current. So let's take this to a new page, since we're busy, we're all just drafting this, right? So when we go to education, let's say you are done some 2025. You then say from the previous year, say 2021, then 20, 2015. Let's not see. So you put the most recent at the top on your CV. You put the most recent. Put the most recent. So let's say here you went for a higher certificate. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the year, a higher certificate. Alright. Where did you study? UNISA. The year 2025. So you can even give us more details. Yeah, you can give us more details, such as a higher certificate in macro studies, something, yeah, or masters call it? Masters in business administration. Things like that. Say, what is this? MBA. See? So you're able to put it. So what it would be like around 2015 would be like, what do you call? Uh, your national senior certificate. National senior certificate. So that would be the national senior certificate. You got it in high school. Which year? 2015. So you can say certificate what you studied: English, CAT, it, all those subjects in there. So it's all up to you or how you now place your education when you're busy capturing it here on your CV. Because that's what you asked for. You said let's update the CV. Show us an example. So I'm here now. Show you an example of what a CV is, or what is actually happening in a CV, or what is the information that you need to add in a CV as suggested by my WhatsApp group, by the email that I got, by the suggestions. So we are focusing on the CV, updating it. So from education, after we're done with education here, so after you say what is this one? Subjects past institution. Oh, this can be institution. This is qualification, and then this one be the institution. You see. So this is how you're going to put the CV when it comes to the education section. This is how you put your CV. So let's say as you keep going, you now have skills. So yeah, you have these skills. You have things that you're good at as you're doing your skills. You're like, nah, man. I'm more than capable of just having a driver's license or having what you call a passport, or having, this. I'm a very skilled person. I have certain skills that can bring positive growth, can help the team, can bring positive results essentially. So now you're asking, okay, what are these skills? What are these skills that you have? The skills that you now mention, it's things like this. Skill, I really see skill. Say things like this. You have computer literacy, eh? Communication skills. Eh? You can even add it, say written and verbal communication skills. What one? From there, you add another, say what? Teamwork, problem solving. Yeah. These are all skills. Time, where is this thing? Oh, here we go. Time management. Time management. uh, yeah, so time management. Mm, we call report writing. See, all of these skills. These are the skills that the employer will be looking at when they're looking to hire somebody. They'll be looking at things like that. Does this person have? Are they able to? Do they have the basic skills that we are looking for in our organization or institution? So apart from these skills, you can even add other ones like professional skills that you may be having. You attend all of these trainings, you get your renewal of membership every year. They want an annual subscription fee so that you can be in good standing. So now you have to add those type of trainings here to show that you are in good standing with such people or such organizations. So you add it here. But look, this is the skill I have. For example, let's say you have a, what do you call this, a membership. For example, you have a white hat, not a white hat, let's say you have a IT audit, audit and pen testing, alright, certificate, and then you have a networking certificate, no, networking certificate. But now these ones, they need to be renewed. Or another one that's fidelity fund certificate. So you find that it has a membership number to, such as FFC 01 dash 2026, things like this. This one will be like things like Microsoft underscore dash KOBE. Maybe it was issued by my name, and maybe this one also is same thing, MS underscore IT underscore KOBE, because maybe it's a networking company. So even trainings or specialty in fields, you also add them here, because those are the things that the employer may need to know about you, or oh, okay, you are good at this, you're good at that. So how do we find this CV? This CV is available in my link, the link in my bio, the link in the description, or the link is available where you can go to the link tree. Once you get to the link tree, you will scroll down, you'll see there is the job basic CV that we are busy discussing, the job basic CV. So right now we're on the skills. So remember, this is the example. When now you take this one and you download it and you edit it and you put in your things there. This is not for everyone, but this is just a skeleton of what people ask that we go through and do it together. So we are busy doing it together. So now that we're all done with the skills, now we'll go to the work experience. How do we work with the work experience? Let's move this to a new page so that it's easier for us to work. So if you are online, I think maybe I can be able to see you. Do I able to see you? Let's see, Alt F. No. Let's see me zoom out. Okay. No one else is here. Okay. I see some people's names here as well. Apart from the Ray who was here. So there was on the 17th. Okay, so some people have been here before. So let's go back. Work experiences. So the CV is not that old. So as you can see, I haven't edited it not so long ago. So let's go to the work experience. So under work experience, we are going to now we start with the most recent, just like education. We start with the most recent, and then from the most recent, we put the oldest at the bottom. And then you say, well, how many recent jobs must I put? Well, preferably for the last 10 to 15 years. Oh boy, but if you've been at the same job for the past 10 to 15 years, okay, but if you've been changing jobs, some employers will look at things like that. So preferably put in jobs like we always say, or when you do your CV, it must speak to the job that you're applying to. So for your CV to speak to the job that you're applying to, you need to edit it, you need to polish it to be able to be suitable for that specific job. So right here under work experience is something that we're also going to look into, so that you polish it for that specific job that we're looking for. So let's say, for example, in this case, the most recent job that you got was, let's see here, name of company, uh, occupation. There's many, you can even call job title and then the period. Or you can even look at the Z83, or how is the Z83 put together. Because the Z83 is also a guideline that will also tell you, or oh, so if the Z83 is put together like this, it means that then I can also somehow furnish or put together my CV in a similar fashion, much like how the Z83 is also put together. Thank you. Sharp. So let's go. So from the period, we now start. So me, I like to do this. Let's see, copy paste. So copy and paste. So what would be the first job that we're putting up there? What would be the first job? Any suggestions for a job to put up there? So let's say the name of the company, like let's say you worked for ABSA Bank, Pty Ltd. Since you have a networking, so you work as their uh, network uh, admin, network supervisor. Let's give ourselves some nice titles. Yeah. So as the website network supervisor, so people when they visit, they need to see. So for how long? Since 01 Jan, no, 03, right after New Year. So right after the New Year, you joined ABSA Bank, uh, and then January 2023 to present. So when we're busy on the work experience, when you where was I? Oh yeah, under work experience. So work experience, we have the name of the company, occupation, and period. Right. Others prefer to put it like the responsibilities, achievements. So let's put responsibilities and achievements there, because some private companies, they not only look at what was your responsibility there, whether you were a cashier or you were counting people, pushing files, pushing paper, pushing this and that, but rather they would look at, was there an achievement, was there an increase in efficiency, uh, or was there maybe you developed, you assisted to develop a policy for integration. See, so the may certain achievements that you had while at your employer, previous employers, that you can add to your CV to say that, look, this is my responsibilities were to oversee the network traffic and provide uh, support and maintenance. Support and maintenance, right? So with that, you already know that, okay, from here, in order for me to provide support, network maintenance, oversee the network traffic, there is some sort of things that I would need to do. So inefficiency, meaning efficiency or the speed of the website, so you made it more efficient. So it's things that they would want to see that, oh, okay, you are not only good at your work, but there are achievements, there are things that are already in place that show that you are actually a good employee who not only comes there for the paycheck or for the salary, but you providing additional things for the organization to help it grow, much like you said, in the interview the first time again. So now we are done with those. We're almost done. We're almost done with updating the CV. You're almost done with updating the CV. So from updating the CV, personal details, education, we spoke about it. We spoke about skills and training. We are done with work experience. So meaning that next time when you do, what do you call, your job, Remember, this is only a template. When you download this, you need to edit and put in your information in there so that it's relevant for you, right? Okay. So now next, it is the references. Aha. So let's get to the references. Let's get to the references. So references, most important, please inform your references that you have placed them as your references so that when they do get a call or when they do get an email, they are able to respond appropriately to that email. They're able to respond positively. They're able to respond to that email to say that, hey, yeah, we know this person can ask me any question, I will answer it positively. So the reference are very much important that you must tell the reference that, hey, look, I'm applying for this type of job and I would very much appreciate if when they do call, please answer the phone. And when you do your CV, you can also compare it to the ZDD3. You can also compare it to other people's CVs so that you look at the templates because like this CV, at the top of it, there's no profile picture. Some people even add a profile picture here. They will be putting pictures of themselves, will be putting nice pictures there, like, hey, look at me, so that the person who hires them, that person would have a good idea, or okay, if this person looks like this and this is their favorite picture that they put on their CV, it means that this is what kind of person we can expect from that person. So I'm not saying or put a profile picture, I'm just saying or some CVs go like that. Others even change the whole template, the whole thing, like the page layout, page, where is it? The whole page design, and then so when they change the whole page design, it's also an impression to the employer, right? So let's get to the references. Move to the references, back to the references. So with the references, uh, like I said, with references, you must inform them beforehand. So and the reference, or else you need to know what is the full name of that individual, what is their position. If you don't have the full name, you can just put the Mrs. JJJY, and then the position, possibly that would be the human resources manager, and then or maybe they are the managing the floor manager, you know, so they could be your reference. Hmm. Then you put in the contact number, the name of the organization. So let's see here. Mm. But most importantly, let me put it here. Let me put it here in brackets so that everyone can be part of it. So let me put it here in brackets so that everyone can be a part of it. It is that um, always inform inform the reference that you have added them to the CV, to your CV. Yeah. On Inchabage, always inform them because people get surprised, you know, like people like, how, who's this one calling me now? Like, oh, okay. But now, if you had informed them beforehand, by the time someone calls asking about that individual, you already know beforehand that, oh, yes, I've already spoken to this person. This person has already even coached me or prepared me beforehand that, look, this is the job that I've applied for. This is the type of personality that they're looking for. So please represent as my reference. So make sure that you inform your references that you've added them to your CV. So how many references? Usually they would be prefer like about three, minimum three. But how would you put on my CV? I have four. Where is that thing now? Number four. So I have put at least four references on my CV. So let's say we are now done with the CV. we're now done with the CV. We're not done with the basics. Now, what was that thing I was telling you in the beginning about the font style, font size, and spacing? Okay, what is it? Font style, font size, and spacing. This means that as a reader, we want your document to be consistent, please. So, preferably make it Arial. If not Arial, you can use Times New Roman, where's Times New Roman, there's Times New Roman, Times New Roman, so that it is consistent. It is easy to read because it is consistent throughout the whole document. It's consistent. So we use Arial, then font size. Yes, the heading like here and such, there'll be different headings, but font size 12. Why? Because of we read a lot of documents. You can imagine this individual reading so many documents in one day. How many? So now you need the font size to be big enough to be readable. Right, so for your headings like this, can even put it up to size 20 or even size 30. Let's see how size 30 looks. So size 30 looks good. Okay, so the last part, spacing. This is the last part. Spacing 1.5. Spacing. Why? Because of you read a lot of they read a lot of documents. So you want it to be easier on their eyes to read. So when they're busy reading this, so let's see here, we all this on one page. So the skills, work experience, references. So let's bring this up so that it can be all on one page. So I try to put everything into one page. Try to fit everything into a single page, because if something is on the last page and the last page gets lost, or what you can do, you can insert page numbers. Can insert page numbers. Yeah. Page numbers. This is the first page. No. Oh, it is. So page numbers. So now page 2, page 3. So now you have page numbers on your CV. You see? So this is how you do your CV. This is the CV. This is the updates that I have for you guys. It's contributed by you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all, for joining today's workshop. Workshop at today, Ralawal, join us. So the CV has been updated. CV has been updated. So the basic CV. CV is updated. So if you have any comments or questions or something that you may want to add, you are more than welcome to add or share with us. More than welcome to add and share. Is there something that you want to add or share? Anything about a CV that maybe we should know, or maybe that is interesting, that you want to share with us? What is there about a CV that you may be wanting to share with us? Anything? Otherwise, if there's no comments or suggestions, no comments, no suggestions. All right. Thank you for joining this workshop. Ke a le leboha, one and all. This is Mr. Kobe. I will see you on the next one. And remember, God bless.